Happy morning, children. In my last video, I have discussed about the diseases, and today I am going to discuss about signs and symptoms of diseases. Children, in this section, you need to know that the signs of different diseases are different. Signs are identified by the doctors to detect a particular type of disease in the body. Signs and symptoms both are two different things, but generally people use it as one for the other. Okay, but actually it is different. What is the difference? The difference, signs are different for different diseases. What does it mean? It means that for a particular type of disease, there will be a particular type of sign. Okay? It is not possible that one sign will be shown for two different diseases. Okay? But symptoms are mostly same. For many diseases, symptoms are same. Now let me tell you some common examples, some common symptoms like fever, like headache, like loose motion. These are the symptoms. Fever can be there if you are having some eyesight problem. Fever will be there if you are suffering from influenza. Fever will be there if the inflammation is more. So you need to understand that symptoms, one symptom can be there for different type of diseases. Likewise, headache also, children. Sometimes you see that if you are having migraine, there is a headache. If you have not eaten food for a very long period of time, that time also you get headache. Okay, for stress you get headache. Okay, for the fever and influenza fever, that time also you suffer from headache. So this is the basic difference between signs and symbols. Signs are different for different diseases, but symbols may be same for two types of diseases or more than two types of diseases. Okay, so this is the basic difference, children, between signs and symptoms. So, what type of treatment or how the treatment is done? So, we will be discussing about principles of treatment now. Now let us discuss about the principles of treatment. So principles of treatment is based on two different ways. First, to reduce the symptoms. Children, to reduce the symptoms, generally a physician or a doctor gives you symptomatic treatment. For example, a person is suffering with fever, but the fever is due to inflammation. So that time what will happen? The doctor will give some medicine so that the fever comes under control. Okay. So that type of treatment is known as symptomatic treatment. So to reduce the symptom, first that type of medicine is given so that the symptoms are reduced. Next what happens? The second important is to remove the cause of disease. Let me illustrate, children. You will be understanding this through this video. To reduce the symptom means to give symptomatic treatment so that the symptoms are reduced. And next, to remove the cause means to remove the pathogens from the body. Okay. Although for removing the pathogens also there are medicines which we generally give. The medicine is given or medicine is chosen in such a way that that particular pathogen, you have already studied about it, that there are many pathogens like virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoa. So for different type of pathogens, different types of drugs are used. Okay. So that is given. One more common example, children, I would like to give you over here. If you suffer from cold and fever, you go to the doctor. You might have seen doctor gives you paracetamol to reduce the symptom of the fever, and at the same time the doctor gives you the antibiotic. Even the doctor tells that if the fever has gone, stop eating paracetamol, but don't stop the antibiotic. You must consume all the antibiotics according to the therapeutic dose. Okay. Why? Because this antibiotic will kill the pathogen bacteria, so that the disease or the ailment is removed from the body. Okay. I think you have understood about the principles of treatment today. Thank you, children.